Hello, Ambassadors for Children, and I would like to invite you to my new old home here in Indianapolis to hear the story of an extraordinary human being, a woman known to all as Prava. We made her acquaintance when, as part of a volunteer travel group, Ambassadors for Children, we visited Ramana's home, a life-saving, life-changing refuge she's established for outcast children. It is near the town of Rishikesh in the foothills of the Himalayan mountains in India. What we witnessed at Ramana's home inspired us to invite Prava, or Dr. Prabhavati, to Indianapolis. We hope you can join us at my home June 3rd to meet her and hear about her heroic efforts to save these innocent children. In much the same way that she has empowered them to be responsible and self-confident members of their community, Prava and her story will empower you to move through your world with a greater sense of purpose and mission. Remember that date, June 3rd. In the meantime, I want you to have the gift of Prava's life and insights as we captured them with our video camera during our recent visit. We hope what you see and hear will encourage you to join us and learn how you can be a part of this joyous adventure.
Very warm welcome, la 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 la, very warm welcome, la 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 la.
When we bought this land 10 years ago, there was only this tree. Nothing else stood, this and this tree. Really? Everything, nothing. Bare rice paddy.
Oh my
Unsuccessful rice paddy.
So all the trees are, I mean, that's
Everything.
amazing.
No, there was nothing. These two trees, that's it. These two big trees. And they weren't that big then. So we didn't have money, and I said, doesn't matter. We get some walls up. We were living in tents. We were all in tents. And Ganga flooded incredible strong, and she gave me 9 full pine trees and just laid them there on the riverbank. And so that's where all this wood, top and bottom, came from.
That's amazing.
Yes, it was a gift, big gift.
You were talking to us about a life and death rescue of children, but when you get them here, you're just not basically giving them a bed and a hot meal. You're doing much more than that. Tell me about it.
Our idea, or the goal, if I can live my dream, is that these kids have been given the worst that life can give. They've seen their parents murdered, they've been sold into prostitution, they've been raped, whatever has happened. Those are the kind of things that normally destroy a life. Those are the kind of things that kind of damage creates a dysfunction that carries. I was extremely battered and tortured as a child by a psychopathic stepfather. So I'm very aware of how those things carry and how they manifest even at 54. So the idea, what's turned my life around, has been the understanding that no matter how bad it looks from the outside, I mean, little Jyoti found unconscious, gang raped in the toilet of a train, that's about as low as you get. Now she's the lead dancer at the #1 spa in the world. How? How does that step happen? And what does that step do? That step says, whatever happened to me gave me something. It's turning gratitude, it's creating gratitude to, okay, this happened to all of us. Now we're here. We're here because this happened to all of us. Nobody's here if they didn't have something horrible. So, okay, we are special, not downcast, not messed up. Something special happened to us. It was hard, it was painful, but it made us strong. It gave us something. Now let's figure out what that something is. How does that spark manifest? We've got the power now to make a difference so that isn't going to happen to somebody else. Well, how can we do that? We can only do that by changing consciousness. Do you think we can go to the train station and tell people to stop selling children? Is anyone going to hear us? The kids know it. The answer is no. Can we tell men like Lalita's father not to kill their mother and prostitute their 9-year-old daughter? He was selling illegal liquor. He was prostituting her to his customers at night.
She was only 8 at that point. And the villagers were so outraged about it, they reported it. And so we went in with the police, and we couldn't find any children. We never found the brother and sister. But we followed a dirt track through the jungle behind the hut, and we found the decomposing body of her mother and her curled up with it. So she had obviously been living with her mother's corpse when he wasn't beating her and forcing her to be a prostitute. And she's still in traumatic shock syndrome. She's come out a lot. And that was how long ago? 3 years. People are amazing. I believe in people. I truly do. I couldn't do this if I didn't. This was such an amazing... I really called people that I'd flown on a plane with and said, do you remember me? Some of them were like, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, well, I think they'd remember you. We're not going to forget you. I don't think anybody else
okay,
will.
well, I'm going to come.
We hope you will join us June 3rd. Please contact Ambassadors for Children for your reservation. As they say in India, namaste.